Okay. I don't know if you can see my eyeliner, but it looks great today. Hello. So today we are diving into one of the darkest corners of the internet. Fanfiction.net. I suffered deeply for the entertainment of all of you and delved deep into the Fanfiction.net archives looking for the worst fanfic I could find, and I found some. So for those of you who were on the internet from 2007 to like 2012, you probably already know the type of fanfiction I'm talking about. I wasn't looking for like emotionally or psychologically scarring fanfics. I wouldn't want to put me or you through that. I'm talking in the type that's just all dialogue, no paragraph breaks, author's notes right in the middle of the text for no reason, authors having conversations with their characters in the notes, really weird out there character pairings, you get it. And I too had a dark time in my life where I had and used a Fanfiction.net account. We're not gonna talk about that, maybe another time. And although I never read or wrote fanfiction for it, one of my favorite shows as a teenager was Glee. Everybody was obsessed with it while I was in high school. And if you don't know what it is, it's basically about kids in show choir, which as a theater and a choir kid, I related to deeply. So I went searching for some Glee fanfics that were written about 2011, 2012. We're gonna read some of those today. Let's do it. I bookmarked all of these. Hope nobody tries to look through my search history. I didn't really read any of these before making this video. I just kind of skimmed them. Ooh, this one's in first person. We love a first person fanfic. And in case you don't believe me, these are real. I'm actually reading these on my phone right now. Okay, I'm not even gonna read the description. We're just gonna jump in. So the name of this fanfic is Torn Between Two, ? And it's brought to us by SugarDoll27. If that's your username, please let me know. Author put a disclaimer at the beginning that they don't own Glee or any of its characters. If you weren't on Fanfiction.net at the time it was really popular, everybody put copyright disclaimers on their fanfics. Okay, the day at school wasn't what I expected. It was actually good. I passed my Spanish test with flying colors. I didn't have homework and I had 2 free classes. They used the OU spelling of colors. The lunch bell rang and I headed for my locker. I turned the lock to the first digit and a hand touched my shoulder. I jumped a little and turned around to see Finn. Whose perspective is this from? Sorry, did I scare you? He smirked at me. So, can I talk to you after Glee practice? I turned to face my locker and opened it. Sure. I placed my books in my locker and grabbed my ones for the rest of the day. This is riveting. I love knowing every detail of what they're doing. Also, I only sometimes know who's talking because they don't break up dialogue and don't really use dialogue tags. So this is mostly just guesswork. Next class? I thought. English Lit. With Puck, thank God. I took my place next to him, and he gave me a goofy grin. Hey, you do the homework? I smiled at him and rolled my eyes jokingly. Yes, but I'm guessing you didn't. He nodded at me and blushed. Wait a minute. Did Puck just blush? I don't know if this is supposed to be romantic or not, but it's fanfiction, so I'm guessing this is a Puck and Rachel fanfiction, maybe? Okay, so they exchange best friends necklaces, and our narrator friend goes to Glee. Of course, I honestly didn't have any idea why Finn, wanted to talk to me after Glee. But when he started to beg, I just had to give in. So here I am, waiting in my seat for Glee to end. Sure, I liked Finn a little. Okay, lie, I might love him, but I would never tell him that. I kind of thought this character was in love with Puck, but I guess not. This is the thing about Glee, is that any pairing is possible because they all dated each other all the time. It was exhausting. I looked up to see everyone leaving the room, but Finn was walking towards me with a goofy grin on his face. This author describes everybody as goofy or silly. He took a seat next to me, and I turned to face him. Hey Finn, what's up? He paused for a second and looked deep into my eyes. So, Layla? Who's Layla? I was so busy trying to figure out who this narrator was, I never even considered they'd be an original character. Okay, Layla. So Layla, are you, dating anyone? I looked at him with shocked eyes. Well, no. Well, why? I stuttered out. Smooth move, Lay. When she uses the nickname Lay, all I can think of is like Lay's potato chips. Well, this is Finn talking. I was wondering if you maybe wanted to be my girlfriend? He started to grin again, probably at response and expression? Huh? Okay, this author spells response with a C, first of all. Also, that sentence makes no sense, but that's Fine. That'd be great, Finn. I start to giggle, but I caught myself in time. What's wrong with giggling? Then I started blushing. He wrapped his arm around my waist. I leaned into him. Together, we walked out of the Glee room, only for me to come face to face with one angry, jealous, shocked Rachel Berry. Rachel! I was wondering when Rachel would become part of this story. Well, hello, Finn, Layla. The way she said my name, it sounded like she was ready to attack me. This is getting dramatic. I'm here for it. Hi, Rachel. Look, Finn, I have to get home. I'll call you later, okay? I said, just trying to get as far away from Rachel as I could. What I think is the most funny about this is that we don't know anything about this character, so we don't know whether she and Finn have been like hanging out for a while, or whether this just comes out of nowhere. Like they've just been friends for a minute and he just comes up to her out of nowhere and he's just like, you wanna date? Because that's how relationships work. I love this. I smiled, then headed for my car in the parking lot, only to see Kurt waiting by it. How did it go? He said with a smirk. You knew, didn't you? Exclamation mark. He nodded and fixed his sweater. Anyways, I have to get home and plan for tomorrow. He said he was gonna call you tonight? I nodded, a little freaked out how he knew. Then he will. Be ready. Kurt like doesn't fuck around. He's gonna ask you out on a date, probably to Puck's party tomorrow. Kurt let out a cackle. Is he an evil villain? I stood motionless for a few seconds and slowly climbed into my car, driving home. Scene break. About 8:30, my phone rang. I took a deep breath and answered the phone. Hey, Layla. It's Finn. A slight smirk grew on my face. Why are you smirking? Oh, hey, Finn. What's up? Nothing much. You? I paused and actually had to look at what I was doing. Did she forget what she was doing? Homework. So, Layla, would you want to go to Puck's party tomorrow night with me? There's no go in there, it's just want to Puck's. I like how Kurt is basically just like a psychic at this point. He just predicts everything that's about to happen. I'm down with it. ... Yeah, sure, why not? Sparks are flying, you guys. I ship it. Finchel who. So I'll pick you up around 8. Sound good? I nodded, then realized he couldn't see me. People actually do that? Yeah, sounds good. Great, I'll see you tomorrow then. Bye. I heard the beep of the phone being shut off. I turned off my light and stared at my ceiling until I fell asleep. Honestly, I feel forever changed from reading that masterpiece, Hemingway Whom. That was only the first chapter. If you want to read the rest of it, I'll put a link to it in the description. Okay, our second fic is titled You and I. It comes courtesy of Floydist? I do know a little bit about this one already because I remember what the description said. Basically, it's a Quinn and Rachel fic and they like dated and broke up or whatever. And there's an author's note at the beginning that explains like some meta details for the story, but I don't care. Let's dive in. 2 years ago, she had Rachel wrapped in her arms. 2 years ago, she had it all. 2 years ago, Rachel sang Go Your Own Way to her because she tricked the brunette into thinking she didn't want her anymore. This is the problem with fanfics where two of the characters have the same pronouns. It's really hard to tell who's who without a lot of epithets. 2 years ago, she broke 2 hearts. Rachel's and her own. 2 years ago, she was happy. Now it was senior year and she was still the lesbian head cheerleader who ruled over the school. I love this just like alternative Glee universe where like everybody's gay. I'm here for it. The only difference was the glowing ball of energy known as Rachel Berry that was missing from her side. It really sounds like Rachel died. So this first scene says 2 days before prom. Come on, Q, Santana yelled. What? The head cheerleader said. We love an epithet. Get off your sorry ass and come with us to the mall, Santana said. I don't want to go to the mall, Quinn grumbled. Too bad, Santana said. We're getting your girl back. She's with Finn now, Quinn replied. Oh, I see. Not dead. Where's the Quinn for Bray that wouldn't let anything get in the way of what she wanted? Santana asked. She's gone now, Quinn answered. Wow, she's so heartbroken. Bullshit, Santana yelled. Whoa. I know the true Quinn for Bray is still in there, buried underneath all that hurt, self-pity. Have you even thought about the pain you put Rachel through? It's obvious she's never going to move on from you. You're right, Quinn said, life beginning to return to her soulless eyes. Damn, okay. I'm going to get myself a tail suit for prom. Honestly, I think Quinn could rock a tail suit. I love how flat Quinn's character is in this. I guess you could attribute it to her like soul dying or whatever when she broke up with Rachel. It's not the poor dialogue, it's just Quinn being dead inside. I can relate. That's my girl, Santana said as she dragged dragged the blonde out of the house. One day before prom. What are you going to do to win Rachel back? Brittany asked the other blonde. Oh great, now we got two blondes. This is gonna get even worse. Write her a song, Quinn simply replied. What? Santana yelled. Santana yells a lot in this. How are you going to do that in 2 days? I'm Quinn Fabray. I can do whatever I want. This is amazing. You're crazy, Q, Santana said with a chuckle, but I'm glad you're finally back to normal now. No, Quinn said. Everything will be back to normal when Rachel and I are together again. Like, I don't ship this, and I want to say this is convincing me to ship it, but it's not. Okay, now we're at prom. You better be with her again, Santana said. Otherwise, we'll be officially saying goodbye to all of her toes because Finn is... because of what Finn is doing to them. I get that that's because Finn is like stepping on her toes while they're dancing because it's prom, but out of context, that line is so funny. You're up, Quinn, an AV student informed the blonde girl. New drinking game for this fic, drink every time the writer says the blonde or the other blonde. Good luck, Santana said. All eyes were on the blonde girl as she made her way up the stage. Drink, Rachel, Quinn said into the microphone. This is a song I wrote for you. I hope you'll forgive me someday for everything I've done. Damn, I thought she was gonna like make it kind of vague and open to interpretation, but she just straight up calls Rachel out in the middle of prom. Okay, so then so then she sings You and I by Lady Gaga, even though she just said this was a song that she wrote herself. Been a long time since I came around. Been a long time, but I'm back in town. That'd win me back. We love stealing somebody else's work. Hazel eyes found chocolate brown orbs as Quinn continued to play and pour her heart and soul out into the song. I thought her soul was dead, but I guess I was wrong. Quinn could see the streaks of mascara that ran down Rachel's face. It took everything for the blonde to hold in the waterfall that was about to be released. Thank you, Quinn said, before hopping off the stage into Rachel, who was waiting for her by the bathroom. Did you mean it? Rachel asked. Yes, Quinn replied. Every word. 2 years, Quinn. Where were you when I needed you? Rachel, Quinn said. I'm so very sorry for not being there the past 2 years. I promise you though, I will be there to catch you when you fall from now on. That is, if you'll have me. I love you, Rach. I never stopped loving you. Neither did I, Rachel replied. Now kiss me. As you wish, Quinn said. Is this the Princess Bride now? This is in bold, so I'm guessing it's like an announcement. This year's... Oh, I'm not good at reading. This year's prom queen is Kurt Hummel, Principal Figgins announced. The student body clapped enthusiastically for the boy they'd voted to be their queen. Please welcome this year's prom king, who won with a unanimous vote, Quinn Fabray. She's prom king. Okay. This author said, fuck you and your gender roles. Instead of dancing with Kurt, who is our prom queen this year, I'd like to dance with my very own queen, Rachel. Come on up, Quinn said. Same goes for me, Kurt said. Blaine, get on the stage immediately. The two girls were lost in their own little world as they swayed to the music. Will you be mine again? Quinn asked the brunette. Only if you let me be yours, Rachel replied. So there you go. That's the end of that. Honestly, this was kind of cute. Like, you know, it was bad, but it was cute. The thing I found most funny about it was that once Rachel finds out Quinn wants to be with her again, she just straight up abandons Finn, who was supposedly her prom date. We don't get a breakup scene between them or anything. She's just like, oh hell yeah, Quinn, I'll be your girl. Also, we never find out what happened between Rachel and Quinn 2 years ago. Also, I'm just not over that she's saying Lady Gaga's You and I and pretended she wrote it. So that about does it for this video. If you have a fanfic you want me to read and review, please send it my way. My links will be in the description, and I'll see you next time. Bye!